Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome to my 83rd TTM video. TTM stands for Through the Mail, where we send out autograph requests to famous people, athletes, actors, whomever, and hope they send our stuff back, preferably signed. This is Ed, or as my sons, all of them better, as they all call me, better, angry old man, and I'm only angry around them, I guess, but hope everybody's been doing well and staying safe. Hope you had a good spring, and hope everybody's enjoying the start of the baseball season. Been a while since I've been on the air. Just been busy, heading out here and there, different places, trying to watch everybody's videos, and sometimes I have to binge watch because I'm so busy, but I do the best I can, and I hope everyone doesn't get mad at me. I'm trying. But today, I'll share 3 TTM returns that I received in the mail, a couple of pickups that I've made recently, and some shout-outs, and even a fan pack that I received in the mail. So, let's get started here. Got a fan pack. Came all the way from Colorado. Denver, that is. And that would be the land of Ken's Cardboard. Shout out to him. And this came from the Colorado Rockies baseball team. And they sent me a small little fan pack. I got a couple of items, a couple of older stuff, but what the heck. What did I get? I got a nice magnet schedule from last year, 2022. Well, throw that on the fridge or whatever. Maybe they didn't have this year's ready. I don't know. But I'll take it. I got a nice little sticker there of Dinger, their mascot. And I even got a bigger sticker of Dinger, their mascot, for 2. And I also threw in a mascot card of Dinger. A little closer there. Might send that out to get signed by Dinger, I don't know. But Dinger did send me a card. Nice big auto card for my mascot collection, so thank you, Dinger. A little information on the back there for old Dinger. Now, it's nice to the Rockies to send something. Now, let's get also to the shout-outs. Got some great channels here. First is a channel I just started subscribing to. He does a great job. Got a lot of good stuff. That's Mike, the sports history collector. He does a great job. A lot of stuff. Check him out. Second channel is Ditka Collector. Been subscribed to him for a while. Big Mike Ditka fan, as you may have guessed. He gets a lot of Ditka cards, but he also has other great stuff as well. And these 2 shout-outs are to channels I have subscribed to a long time. Many of you probably have as well. This first gentleman, I always like to say, is Western Pennsylvania's favorite son. He just hit 600 subs, and that was Math Bowler. Big Pirates fan. Got a great Pirates collection. And on the other coast, out west, the West Coast, Fast Breaks and Breakfast. Paul does a great job. Got a great collection of cards. Big-time collector of Cuban baseball players. And I always enjoy his cards he gets. He does rips, him and his daughter. And they do make a great breakfast as well. They always have something delicious. So check them out. Now I'll get to my pickups. And these are 2 cards I got to finally complete the 1971 Topps baseball set. I was able to grab the Tom Paciorek rookie card, as you can see right there. 2 other guys, that Dusty Baker dude and that Don Baylor dude. I don't know what happened with their careers, but I know Tom Paciorek, he was a great player. And that's number 709. The final card was number 722, and that was the Houston Astros team card. And that finally completed the set, which I've been trying to finish for about 6 years now. Took a while, but I'm glad to be out of that. And now I can focus on my 1977-78 Topps hockey set, which only did about 50 cards, so hopefully that'll get done quickly. And then also I picked this up. It's a program. I have a program collection. This is a 1976 National League Championship Series program between the Cincinnati Reds and the Philadelphia Phillies. And this was the last, really, the big red machine. You can see the pennants on there for the world champs, Western champs, National League champs. So they'd beat the Phillies and then beat the Yankees in 4 games to win their second straight World Series. For the Phillies, it was the first of 3 appearances in the NLCS, and they lost to the Dodgers the next 2 years. Alrighty, now the returns. Excuse me. First return came in from Ohio. Took 49 days from the Buckeye State. Got 2 of 2. A former NFL player who's a member of the College Football Hall of Fame, and that is Mr. Bob Crable. He signed this Notre Dame card. Bob Crable there, jumping up, number 43. And he put College Football Hall of Fame on it. That was nice of him. And then he signed this card, New York Jets. He's on the phone. I don't know what he's ordering, dinner or chicken tendies, as my youngest son said. He's ordering chicken tendies, Dad. Wouldn't surprise me. Now, a little bit about Mr. Crable. Robert Edward Crable, better known as Bob, born on September 22nd, 1959 in Cincinnati, Ohio, the Queen City, WKRP, home of Dr. Johnny Fever and Venus Flytrap. He's currently 63 years of age. During his time in high school, his high school football team won 3 straight consecutive state championships. They went 36-0 for 3 straight years, never lost a game over at Moeller High School. He played at the University of Notre Dame du Lac, for both coaches Dan Devine and then Jerry Faust. And if you're a Notre Dame fan, you really remember Jerry. At Notre Dame, he was a 2-time consensus All-American, both 1980 and 81. He had 521 career tackles, a Notre Dame record. He also had 187 tackles in 1979, the most in one season, and 26 tackles in 1979 in a game against the Clemson Tigers, which was the most in a game. At the time, it was tied an NCAA record when he did that. In the 1982 NFL Draft, he was picked in the first round with the 23rd pick by the New York Jets. Played linebacker when he had a lot of knee injuries, which ended his career early. He played just a few seasons, not a lot, 66 total games. While he was playing, Bob Crable started Crable Sportswear until it was purchased by the Midland Company in 1989. In 1993 season, he returned to his high school, Moeller High School, and he served as a coach and a part-time religious teacher. Then a year later, he became a full-time religion teacher at the school. In his NFL career, he played in 66 games, as I said, started 43, and had 10 sacks. He's a member of the College Football Hall of Fame, so thank you, Mr. Bob Crable, for that one. Always nice to get that. The second one came from Georgia. There was no fee, took 9 days, and that's from Mr. Manny Fernandez, formerly the Miami Dolphins. He signed my photo right up here in the corner. Manny Fernandez put his number 17-0. He was even nice enough to sign the back of the envelope. He said, sorry, he wrote on the envelope on the back, sorry, the cover here, the protective thing, did not fit in the envelope. So he was nice enough to say that. That was okay. The photo didn't get wrecked, which was really great. I just put the cover on it when I got it back. So a little bit about Mr. Fernandez. Manuel Jose Fernandez, Manny as he's known, born on July 3rd, 1946 in Oakland, California, 76 years of age. He went to San Lorenzo High School in San Lorenzo, California, where he played football, wrestled, and also threw the discus. He attended the University of Utah under head coach Mike Giddings. In 1968, in the NFL Draft, he went undrafted, so he wound up signing with the Miami Dolphins as a free agent. In his career, he played only for the Dolphins from 1968 to 1975. Played in 3 straight Super Bowls with the Dolphins, Super Bowl 6, 7, and 8. It was Super Bowl 7 against the then Washington Redskins that many people felt that Manny Fernandez should have been the game's most valuable player. In that game, he had 17 tackles and a sack. The guy that won it was MVP of the game, I should say, Jake Scott, the safety who had 2 interceptions. Excuse me. Nick Bonicani said of Fernandez, it was the game of his life. In fact, it was the most dominant game by a defensive lineman in the history of the game, and he would never be given much credit for it. Now, Dick Schaap, who was the editor of Sports Magazine, who selected the game MVP, said he was out late the previous night and struggled to watch a defensive-dominated game. So many people thought he should have gotten it. He wasn't upset that Jake Scott got it. He said he was glad Jake got the car, too, because the MVP got a nice car back then. Back then, they didn't make a lot of money, so a car was really good. A year later, in Super Bowl 80, he had 5 tackles, 1 sack against the Minnesota Vikings when the Dolphins won their second straight Super Bowl. As I said, he played in 3. Super Bowl 6, the Dolphins lost to the Dallas Cowboys, got beat up pretty good. He played in 103 games in his NFL career, had 35 sacks. In the Super Bowl, though, he had 3 Super Bowls, I said. He had 3 sacks, 28 tackles, and 1 fumble recovery. So, outside of being a 2-time Super Bowl champ, he was an All-AFC player in 1971, 2-time second-team All-Pro. He's a member of the Miami Dolphins Honor Roll, the Dolphins Walk of Fame, and was voted to the all-time Super Bowl team as well. So, thank you, Mr. Fernandez. I sent to him about 3 years ago when I first started getting back into TTMs and doing the channel, and I was very happy to get him back again. He's free. And I'll send this out to a couple more players, but not too many more, maybe 2 more players, because it is starting to get, filled up for me at least, and I don't want to lose it or get crushed in the mail. Now, the final TTM came all the way from Texas. This particular TTM took 12 days, and I included $5 because he signed an 8x10 photo. Been sending a lot of those out lately, and that is of Mr. Leroy Jordan. Get on up there, Leroy. Push it back a little. He signed the Sports Illustrated cover there. A picture of it, at least, the Sports Illustrated picture. Dallas must run for its life, it says. Cowboy linebacker Leroy Jordan. Here's another guy I sent to many years ago, about 3 years ago. Leroy Jordan was born on April 27th, 1941 in Excel, Alabama. He's currently 81, be 82 this month. He was a fullback at Excel High School and attended the University of Alabama under Paul Bear Bryant, one of the legends in coaching. He already played linebacker and center. In 1961, he was a member of Alabama's national championship team when they went 11-0. They had 6 shutouts, including a 34-0 win over their rival Auburn. His senior season in 1962, Alabama finished 10-1. Didn't get the national title. They had a sophomore quarterback by the name of Joe Namath from Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. In the final game, which was his final game, I should say, in the Orange Bowl against Oklahoma, Alabama won 17-0, and he had 31 tackles in that game. The game was also attended by the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, and Leroy was named the game MVP. Paul Bear Bryant had nothing but high praise about Leroy Jordan. He said of Leroy Jordan, he was one of the finest football players the world has ever seen. In August of 1963 in Chicago back then, they had a college all-star team. They played the pros, usually the defending NFL champs. That year, it was the Green Bay Packers. Leroy Jordan was a member of the college all-star team that actually defeated the defending NFL champ Green Bay Packers. That was a big thing. There were 2 drafts in 1963, the NFL and the AFL. In the NFL draft, he was picked in the first round with the 6th pick by the Dallas Cowboys. The AFL draft, he was picked in the 2nd round with the 14th pick by the Boston Patriots. And obviously he chose to play in Dallas, where he played his whole career. In 1963, he became the first Dallas Cowboys rookie linebacker in franchise history to actually start a season opener. On September 26, 1971, he had a then team record of 21 tackles against the Philadelphia Eagles. And on November 4th, 1973, he intercepted 3 passes in the first quarter against the Cincinnati Bengals, and Ken Anderson was the quarterback within a span of 5 minutes. He returned one for 31 yards, which was a touchdown. So that's pretty good. He still ranks second in Cowboys history for career solo tackles with 743, second in career assisted tackles with 493, and first with 154 consecutive starts. In his NFL career, he had 32 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, played in 186 football games. Out of those 32 interceptions, he also had 432 return yards. He played on 1 Super Bowl winning team, Super Bowl VI, when the Dallas Cowboys defeated the Miami Dolphins. He was first-team All-Pro only once, 1969. I was surprised to find that out. 5-time Pro Bowler. Is a member of the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. He's a member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Outside of being an All-American and All-SEC in 1962, he's a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. Hopefully one day he will get into the NFL Hall of Fame. Great player. Wasn't very tall. He was only like 6'1", and still was a great linebacker. Great signer there. So thank you, Mr. Jordan, for signing that. The picture of the SI cover. And lastly, I'm starting something. My friend and I are watching a video on YouTube about the worst #1 draft picks in hockey history. So I decided, well, maybe I should try getting some of these autographs of these worst players, worst #1 draft picks. And so I said, okay, let's see. And I started out with this guy, Patrick Stefan. Yes, from Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic. There he is on one card. And here he is, another one. This one's guaranteed by Beckett there. He was drafted by the Atlanta Thrashers. It was 1999. He was the #1 overall pick and did not do well. Watch his goal, his attempted goal, I should say. He didn't score. January 4th, 2007, when he's playing for the Dallas Stars against the Edmonton Oilers, and his open net. It's open. He's got a shot to score easily, and he doesn't. He manages to muff it. Check that out. It's just unbelievable. So that's one down. He was in the top 10. I figured I'd try. This card costs very little. Slabbed and everything, and why not? So, first of, see how many I can get of the so-called worst #1 picks in NHL history. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed. I'd like to thank you for spending 17 minutes of your life with me. Hope it wasn't bad. Hope you had a good time. I did. I always enjoy doing these videos and talking to folks and trying to answer everybody's comments. Leave a comment if you'd like. Do the best I can to get back to you on that. If you liked, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, and you liked it, hit subscribe. If you're new to the channel and you didn't like it, hit subscribe anyway. Doesn't cost anything, and maybe somewhere down the line we'll have something you just might like. You never know. Check out those other channels. They're great people, and give them a sub. You can tell them I sent you. You don't have to tell them I sent you. It's okay. Just give them a sub. They're good people, and they got good channels. I want to thank everybody again. Hope you're all doing well. Stay safe. Let's be kind to each other, one person at a time, because that's the way the world gets better. These crazy times we live in. And tonight, I want to say good night to the great people, brothers and sisters in the Netherlands. I know you're watching out there. What else are you going to do? Love you all. Be good.